Hello students, chemistry is easy if we understand and learn. Today we are going to see metallurgy part 1. Okay, so first we will see what is ore and how it is concentrated. Ore is nothing but mineral plus ganj. Ganj is nothing but the impurities. In the nature, mineral is present in the rocks along with the impurities. So all together, put together, we call it as ore. Whatever we get in the nature is called as ore. Mineral in the nature is called as ore. So we need to enrich or concentrate this ore. That is, we want to remove these impurities. Removal of impurity is called enrichment of ore or concentration of ore. Okay. Then extraction. Extraction of metal low in the activity series. So we are going to see three kinds of metallurgy. Okay, so in part 1 we are going to see extraction of metals in reactivity that is very low, that is for noble metal. Okay, we are going to see the extraction of noble metal. Okay, so these metals are very unreactive. Yeah, I told it is a noble metal, so they are not reactive. Oxides of these metals can be reduced to metal by heating alone. So in nature we get oxides of these metal. So how can we get the metal? Just take the metal, heat it. Okay, just heat it. We get metal plus oxygen is released. Immediately we get the metal. Since it is unreactive, there is no much reaction to take place. Just take the ore after concentration of the ore, heat it in the absence of oxygen. So we get metal, reduced state metal, okay, and oxygen gas is released. Okay, so we'll see certain examples. Okay, Cinnabar. Cinnabar is nothing but HgS, mercury sulfide, or the ore of mercury. Cinnabar is the ore of mercury. So how it can be purified? So Cinnabar, mercury sulfide, is heated with oxygen in the air. Okay, oxygen is nothing but in air. In the presence of air, it is heated. So it gives you HgO and sulfur dioxide. See here, I want metal oxide. So now I have produced metal oxide. Okay, heating HgS in the presence of oxygen gives you mercuric oxide and sulfur dioxide gas is released. Okay, and this mercuric oxide, just by heating I get mercury and oxygen. Okay, so this sulfur dioxide is released. That is called roasting. The previous step is called roasting, and followed by that just metallic reduction can take place just by heating. Then we have another noble metal, copper. So we have taken copper glance. Again it is a ore of sulfide. Okay, copper glance is a ore of sulfide, nothing but Cu2s. Okay, copper is obtained just by heating in air. Okay, so when I heat it in air, see here at least we need two steps. Here in single step it is getting produced. How? Copper, when I heat it in the presence of excess air, on heating it forms copper oxide and sulfur dioxide. This copper oxide formed reacts with the copper sulfide along with the heating, reduces to copper and also releases sulfur dioxide. In single step the process takes place. Okay, so copper sulfide when heated in the presence of excess oxygen react to form copper oxide, okay, and sulfur dioxide. This copper oxide, that is cuprous oxide, okay, get reacted with the reactant. The product which is formed get reacted with the reactant, that is copper sulfide, and gives you, that is cuprous sulfide, okay, gives you copper and sulfur dioxide. Hence we get the noble metal in its native state. Okay, then what is the next step? See, in any extraction there are three steps. First step is concentration of the ore. Next step is extraction of the metal. And the last step is refining of the metals. We want to purify the metal. Whatever metal we have got, it may be 95 to 98% pure. I want to make it to 100% pure. Okay, that is called refining of metal. The metal obtained after the reduction process are not pure. The metal are purified by electrolytic refining. Okay, let us see what is electrolytic refining. Electrolytic refining. Here we have anode, cathode, electrolyte. By passing current, we purify it. We get 99.99% pure metal. Any metal we can take. Okay, so here we have taken an example of copper. Okay, so here we have cathode. Okay, pure copper is my cathode. Pure copper is my cathode, and impure copper is my anode. After the extraction process, whatever copper I have got, that I make it as anode. Okay, and I supply the current. Okay, so now what happens? I have taken the electrolyte. So what is the electrolyte here? Acidified copper sulfate solution. Okay, copper sulfate solution with little bit of acid. Why this acid is added? This helps in dissolving of the anode. So anode dissolves and get deposited as copper in cathode. See, anode is also copper. Copper dissolves in solution and get deposited. While dissolving, impurities are collected in the electrolyte itself as anode mud. It can be collected in the form of anode mud. So mud is collected. Only the copper, pure copper is deposited at the cathode. So what is the procedure? We'll see. Anode is impure metal. Yes. Cathode is pure metal. Electrolyte is, for general case, it is metal salt solution. Since we have seen copper here, so we have taken copper salt solution with little bit of acid. Why? I want to dissolve this impure anode into the solution easily. Okay, so when acid is present, the dissolution of metal take place easily. Okay, on passing current, pure metal at anode dissolves and an equivalent amount of pure metal get deposited at cathode. Yes, that is very important. Equivalent amount of pure metal get deposited at cathode. The soluble impurities goes into the solution, whereas the insoluble impurities settle down at the bottom of anode, called as anode mud. So this is anode mud, that is the impurity. So what are the metals we can extract like this? Copper, zinc, tin, nickel, silver, gold, etc. So by electrolytic refining we get 99.99% pure metal. Right? We will see metallurgy of other kinds of metals in the next session. Thank you, students. Stay happy. Keep smiling.